Now that I've finished painting my letterbox and changing the physical materials a little bit, I'm going to now render this letterbox and turn that render into a portable network graphic, otherwise known as a PNG, and so that I can add that into Photoshop. All right, so once I've done I'm happy with that and I'm finished with it, I need to come up here and I need to click on design and I'm going to go down to render. Now this opens up the rendering menu. This works in the same way as the design, and to begin with, it actually starts applying lighting effects to the product. So you can see there that I painted this a gold and I made this like a mirror finish in here, so you can see that there is some beginning attempts at beginning to render that. Um, so, but we can actually get it much better than that, believe it or not. Well, you should know from the first video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to scene settings, open that out, it's hidden away, as Fusion 360 sometimes likes to do. And we can see here we've got the brightness. So I'm just going to brighten that up a little bit. Good just to keep it a solid color. I'm going to add in the reflections. Not that that's going to matter too much because we're going to make a PNG with a transparent background. And just as a note, what we're actually going to do with this is we're going to place it into this JPEG file of the boat shed that we're going to be working on later in the year. So we need to think about that angle of the perspective, and we're going to try and line up our letterbox with that. So I'll just sort of try and do that on the fly here so we can just kind of see it. So we're just sort of thinking about the angle that we want it on. Can be a little bit tricky. Might be one that I have to do off camera. Okay, so that's sort of roughly somewhere about right. But we're going to sort of just line it up, get it exactly how we want it, get the lighting effects exactly how we want them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to render. And what we want to do is we want to get a portable network graphic from that with a transparent background. I think it is better to do a local render. You can opt for your image size, so you've got different options there. We probably want to go with a print version. I think, yeah, just sort of depending on the size of the image that you're using, probably 8x6 will be fine, but you can just have a play around to do it. So you can see there, if I click into print, I've got the different options there. So 2.2 megapixels, that should be fine. The higher resolution you do, the longer it will take, but you can just sort of have a play with that and see what happens. And it's going to just start doing a render down here, and that will be just working away. I've done a fairly low resolution render, so it shouldn't take too long in the scheme of things, hopefully. There we go. So we can see there that we've got a much high quality render of that, so you can really see a lot more reflections happening on that mirror finished newspaper holder. So once you've got that, you can just go through and you can click this one here, the download. Give it a name, of course. And I'm just going to say it's a PNG. save that somewhere that you can find. I'll just save it to my downloads. But do save it in a proper place, and close that. And then you can, when you come into Photoshop or whatever it is that you're working with, if I come in here, you can see that that actually just opens out as a PNG file, so a portable network graphic. I'll do a separate video on placing how to use Photoshop and placing things into Photoshop, but we'll do that at another time. Okay, well, I think that about does it. I will let you have a play around with the rendering menu, and I will talk to you again soon.